Hi, I'm Ron Kagan, CEO of ExpresSoft. I've been hands-on developer for many years, and I know that's unusual for management to get their hands into all that fun stuff. But at ExpresSoft, we're all about diving in. Now, I've learned 3 things, well, maybe a couple more things, but I want to share these with you. First off, low-code has annual subscription fees, but they can cost less than your standard full-stack maintenance. What do I mean by this? Well, a team of programmers that are working at a low-level language, for example C or C++, C#, or even native JavaScript, it just takes longer to develop and to fix bugs after everything's been rolled out. And then you have to implement enhancements. So you've got a lot of maintenance down the road even after it goes live. Now the cost of maintenance, when you add up all the numbers, it really begins to outweigh a lot of the subscription fees on low code. And that's because you can develop your applications at a very high level, many times without any code at all. So low code platforms, you take a lot of the workload off of the IT staff. And so they're freed up, they're still involved, but it reduces your costs dramatically. Second, security is a concern many times on low-code platforms. But what we found is security is just as strong on low-code platforms as it is on standard full-stack development. And why is that? Mainly because low-code platforms have built-in database access. They layer their databases to prevent hacking. They can encrypt data within the fields on the database for the sensitive information, and it could enforce a 2-factor authorization. All of this is built into many of these platforms. And then if you add on to that user roles for access, you'll see that the security can be very strong. It's still important for IT to jump in and further secure that application, make sure network access and operating system access is all handled correctly. And finally, I would go on to say that IT is involved and should be involved in any kind of low-code development projects. They're a major asset to any kind of systems implementation, and they can help lead in a collaborative fashion with users in other departments in the organization and with customers out in the field. IT can actually build on the enthusiasm that's in the organization and make sure that key users are involved in its design. Also, these low-code platforms can be learned by even those people inside the organization that have had no software development experience. And IT can jump in and help with answering questions and help getting them started. Most platforms still have ways that IT can drop down to the lower level languages such as JavaScript for even more customization. So it's IT should be involved, and in most cases is involved. Some final thoughts. Low-code platforms have strong built-in security. And they can be very cost-effective, especially when you consider both development and maintenance costs. It's still essential to have IT involved in both the design and development on these platforms. But that said, low-code goes way beyond where maybe you think it could go. I'm Ron Kagan, and now I think it's time for you to dive in.